The star-studded new comedy series, The Studio, is getting rave reviews. Time magazine called it the first great new show of 2025. It's a Hollywood satire that pulls back the curtain on the art of movie making. And the studio executives giving new meaning to the term show business. Watch.
I'm known as being the most talent-friendly studio head in all of Hollywood, and I decided strategically it was not worth risking that reputation.
What are you talking
have that
about?
reputation. It is literally your job to do this. We need this movie to work. I can't sell this never-ending Snorri. Nailed it.
Here's what you don't understand, that I have now grown to as a leader. You know, you do not send your general out to the front lines to die. The strategically smart thing to do is you send in expendable cannon fodder. Sal, you do it.
I'm not cannon fodder.
You
I'm
are.
not doing it.
Why not?
I can't
You
do
got
it.
to.
I was sleeping during the motel
That's
sequence.
not true. You were
No, I was. Yes, I do. I sleep.
I will do it. I will do it, okay? Because unlike you guys, I'm not a bitch. I don't care if Ron Howard likes me.
Seth Rogen, Kathryn Hahn, Ike Barinholtz, and Sui Wonders. All of that affection. All that affection cost us 2 minutes in the segment, just saying.
You're welcome.
So, Seth, welcome to the show, all of you. Very funny people. So, Seth, you play Matt, the newly appointed head of Continental Studios. You're also the co-creator, writer, and director of the series. Well, excuse me. Tell us about it. And how much of this is inspired by your experiences in Hollywood?
A lot of it. It's amazing that was the least profane clip we could find. You literally couldn't hear most of it. It's largely based on my own experience in Hollywood and people I know, and we interviewed a lot of people, and everything in Hollywood is so high stakes feeling to the people who are in it, which is a very funny environment to be in. And I was in a lot of rooms like that with people screaming at each other at the top of their lungs over really ridiculous things, and I always thought it was very funny and very tragic in a lot of ways, which also makes it more funny. Like, it's very sad to be a studio executive because you often very much love movies and have to do things that make movies worse on a day-to-day basis, which is an inherently tragic role to have in Hollywood, but a very, thank God, hilarious role.
Absolutely. And Kathryn, you play Maya.
Oh, my goodness.
Your character is the head of marketing, and she is so over the top, foul-mouthed, and aggressively trendy.
Yes.
Aggressively trendy.
Yes.
But how fun is that to play? And have you known anyone like that in your business?
It is so much fun to play, for sure. And then I definitely have known people like that in this business, for sure.
Would you like to name names?
Yes. Now is the time. I finally will.
Don't wait for the memoir. Say it here.
But
Exactly.
although I know you can be foul-mouthed and over the top, that's just you, not your
Sure.
character. You did, unlike your character, you just joined Instagram.
Yeah.
So what was...
And then I petered off. And then I came back with a random one.
Yes.
So anyway.
Would Maya have approved of the fact that you're only about 10 years late to the game?
Yes. No, I would definitely be a loser, for sure. Yeah. She's like, you don't screen grab pictures of your own photos and then put them out there for the world to see.
This is, I am so exhausted because I binged this yesterday. And it is the funniest thing that I have seen in years.
Oh, that's so
It is
funny.
fantastic. Our executive producer is Matt, actually.
I know, he came backstage and told me, and I was like, that's not a compliment.
He is.
Yes. Well, you had one vote that you were Maya. I thought you were Maya.
Yes.
Also not a compliment.
Yes, Matt. So, Ike, you are terrific in this. You play Sal. You're Matt's number 2 at the studio, and sort of a loudmouth best friend.
Yes.
Right? I would
Yes.
describe it as that. You've described him, though, as a bull in a china shop.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, he destroys things and is
Yes.
impulsive and stupid. But at the end of the day, he's just a bull. You know?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, at the end of the day.
a bull?
No.
No, you can't.
Why'd you put a bull in a china shop?
Yeah.
Right.
That's the real
Why did you do that?
I think it's the person's fault.
See how funny the show is? But so what's very interesting about it is the show is shot in this like long, continuous take with no cuts, which means Whoopi has taught us that no one should ruin the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But since we're all friends, can you tell us who ruined the scene a lot?
Seth.
I ruined it a lot.
Yeah.
For sure. Oh yeah, definitely. Because I'm also keeping track of a lot of things, and I feel bad for the people I'm acting with. Because as I'm acting, I'm very aware of where the camera is and what's happening, and if the cues are there's like 1,000 cues in each of these scenes. The light has to come on at the exact right time. The camera has to pan the exact right way, and so if I perceive something as being even microscopically off, I completely fall out of the scene, and I get this like I
really?
laugh and then get an unhappy look on my face.
Now, you play Quinn, Matt's former assistant, who becomes increasingly power hungry after being promoted. Now, tell us about her, and is there any part of you that relates to her? And be honest.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I look how stupid I look. It's amazing. It's so big on the screen there. No, she is like very Machiavellian, and I think I don't think Chase enjoy the presence of other people a little more than Quinn does. I think she is ruthless. She has blind ambition, and she's willing to slash and burn anyone who gets in her way.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I mean, that's a tease right there.
Yeah.
Maybe it needs to be on one
Sort
of
of
those
based on
house
one of the show's creators.
Now, wait, you guys have all worked together before, but I know, Chase, you're new to the group. What were you guys most surprised to learn about her?
Her voices.
Her voice. I was surprised to learn that she
has
was
voices?
nonverbal until she started quoting Austin Powers
Yes.
to the spy who shagged her.
Yes.
Specifically, fat bastard.
Specifically,
Yeah.
Fat Bastard. And that Fat Bastard is who ushered her into being a verbal child rather than a nonverbal child.
He's a hero. He's a hero.
Yeah.
Listen.
What does he sound like?
Yeah.
He's like, do you think I'm sexy? You like my titties?
She looks like she's a wonderful young woman, but she's a huge dork.
Yes.
I've been told that. Did you go to like a school for Rubik's Cube?
Well,
Is this true?
No, it was more of a club. It was more of a social gathering.
Oh, okay.
And it was more of a social outlet
Was that
for me.
after you were verbal, or?
That was after I was verbal. That was,
So can you do a Rubik's
Let's
Cube
do
right
a
now?
Rubik's Cube. She kept this secret for the last
I know,
2
we had
years.
no idea.
You know what? You're gonna have to continue talking. I'm getting cube fright.
Okay, let me ask you a question then, Seth, while she works on that. So this character is just hilarious. It's the great Kathryn O'Hara. She plays Patty, the previous studio head.
Yes.
Amazing.
So amazing.
She's great.
There are so many. So amazing in it. And then you have a list. There are all these celebrity cameos. The list is a mile long. You've got Bryan Cranston, you've got Ron Howard, Charlize Theron, Zac
What a
Efron,
cast.
just to name a few.
Wow.
And you got Marty Scorsese
Marty
to
Scorsese.
be in your first episode. He was in the first episode, everyone.
Yes.
I mean, was it a little nerve-wracking for you to direct, like, arguably one of the best directors
In the history
business?
of film?
Yeah.
Yes, it's a nightmare. Whoa, she got one side.
I'm close. I'm
She's
close.
so close here. Keep talking. It was nerve-wracking, yes.
I got it.
That's crazy.
That is
That
crazy.
is like the best party
I could have
trick.
spent 20 hours trying that. I've never done that in my life.
She's great.
I should have joined the club. Yeah, it was a nightmare. My mother called me that morning. It was like, you have to direct Martin Scorsese? What a nightmare. That must be so scary for you. What if he doesn't like your direction? That'll be bad. That won't make you happy. I know. You'll be so unhappy if he doesn't like you.
But he did.
I'm
He
sure
liked me.
He
He seemed
did.
to like me.
We're so
Don't
glad.
see.